Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Chandler, and today we'll be doing our first quarterly recap for our Fantasy Hockey Challenge, where we open up a single box of the Upper Deck 2025-2026 MVP Blaster Box and use the pulls from those cards to draft a hockey team. Again, I've never played fantasy hockey. I've never watched hockey. Well, I haven't watched hockey since basically the 2013 let's see, when the Rangers went to the finals. Kind of bandwagon on that team since I'm from New York. No shame there. But since then, haven't watched hockey at all. But my friend was doing fantasy hockey, asked if I wanted to do it, and I figured give me a chance to open up some cards and draft a hockey team. I did the same thing with fantasy football, so if you are interested in NFL and fantasy football, check that out as well on my channel. But here we go. So we have our first week's matchup. Here's my team that I drafted. If you haven't checked out the draft video, check that out. Again, I'm not too knowledgeable. Well, in fact, I'm very far from knowledgeable on hockey. Just kind of using the computer to help set the lineup. We can check out the, let's see, spoilers. I am recording this late. Again, I am recording this on week 7. Unfortunately, things kind of came up in personal life, and I wasn't able to record this earlier. But let's check it out. Week 1. Week 1. 8-3. So, good way to start. I guess if you aren't aware or you're not familiar with fantasy hockey, as I am, there's 11 categories, at least for this league. We have our goals, our assists, our penalty minutes, I think, face-offs won, shots on goal, or hits, blocks. For the goalies, so these are all for the forwards, I guess, for the skaters. And then for goals, you have wins, saves, goals above average, which I believe is like your ERA in baseball. So you want the lower number. You want the lower number of goals allowed per game, basically, and then save percentages, right? So I'm assuming however many shots taken on goal, how many you save versus you let in. So out of these 11 categories, I won 8 of them, and only lost the ones for faceoffs, hits, and blocks. So as you can see here, here's my team's stats, and we have games played, and then basically everything that's said above. So goals here, we have two goals from Cutter, 2 goals from Jack, and 2 goals from Matt. Shots on goal, we have 14 here from Cutter, 3 hits, 3 assists from Nylander. And Jack Eichel, I think, had our best performance of the week. So in 3 games, he had 2 goals, 5 assists, 28 faceoffs, even though we didn't win faceoffs, 11 shots on goal, and 4 hits. And then down here, we had our goalies, where Dackard was amazing. 0.96 goals allowed average. That is insane. 968 save percentage. Man, that dude put in work. 2 wins, 2 goals allowed, 61 saves. Man, that dude basically kind of carried my goalie stats. So yeah, so starting week 1, 8-3-0 for someone that's never played fantasy hockey and hasn't been watching over a decade. So let's see how week 2 goes. See, again, I don't even know if there's an easier way to get to the scoreboard late. So week 2, again, 8-3-0, and I managed to squeak by a 6-4-1. Now on the top, so I did win the goals, assists, face-offs, shots, blocks, save percentages, but that's about it. So we'll check out my team here. Who's performing well? Looks like we have Elias Pettersson with 39 face-offs, and then Eichel and McTavish at 27-26, which is kind of crazy. Eichel, again, with 3 goals, 5 assists, 19 shots on goal. I feel like that's a pretty big outlier compared to the rest of my team. So Jack Eichel doing work for me. So I appreciate his service. And then down here, again, not as strong of a performance from our goalies. Goals above average, again, Dackard last week was under 1. Now he's at a 3.79. Andrei Vasilevsky is a 2.4. Let's see. I only won the saves category, and barely. Most of it was from my skaters, the categories that I won here. So week 2, doing good, 6-4-1, and then 8-3-0. So looking good. I think I'm first place in the league. Let's check out week 3. Week 3, week 3. Here we go again. Another 8-3-0 performance. Looking great. We want assists, face-off shots, blocks, and a clean sweep on the goalie category. That is lovely to see. As you can see here, so we have face-offs won again. Elias Pettersson, I think. Man, look at that line. 2 goals, 3 assists, 39 face-offs, 9 shots on goal, 11 blocks, and 5 hits. Let's check our boy Mason McTavish, 2 assists, 2 penalty minutes, 24 face-offs. Looking good. And then our goalies, again, both of the goalies carried for all 4 categories. We have both over 900 save percentage, a little about 2 games goals against average, goals allowed average. There you go. 2 wins, 1 win. Everything looking good there. Yeah, so we're rolling. We're still first place. At this time, we're doing great. Sorry again. Sorry I filmed this late. I don't really have the kind of like the current, the current like tally of my score. Week 4, finally week 4. Everyone in the league was happy to see the newbie finally lose a week. 5 and 6. Again, not by much, but it would still be considered a loss. Here we are here. I got 3 out of the 4 categories for goalies, but only managed to get blocks and faceoffs 1. And then fell short in these other categories. It's a little bit of a slower week. We have Jack Eichel, of course, doing what he does. 2 goals, 19 faceoffs, 9 shots on goal. Wyatt Johnson, 1 goal, 21 faceoffs. Pettersson, 0s across the board here, but at least 31 faceoffs to kind of help out. And then again, our brick wall of goalies, 0.85, 0.927, but still good enough to get through the 4 categories. 7 goals allowed. It's not great. At least we got 2 wins here. So let's do week 5. I was about to end the video, but here we go. Week 5. Back in the win column, 6-5-0. So 1 loss, but that's not going to keep our team down. Managed to win goals, assists, face-offs, blocks, and then half of the goalie categories. Our performers of the week will be, look at that one. Man, Nylander with 5 goals, 3 assists, 11 shots on goals. That's crazy. Along with Cutter Gauthier, right? Is that how you pronounce his name? 4 goals, 4 assists, 17 shots on goal. Eichel, 0 goals, but 3 assists, 25 faceoffs, 13 shots on goal. And then Vasilevsky, above 900 save percentage, under 3 goals allowed average, and 2 wins. That's nice too. So yeah, again, couldn't have asked for a better start, especially as someone who's not familiar with hockey, fantasy hockey in general. Only 1 quote unquote lost week, but yeah, still in first place again as of the end of week 5, not as of recording the video. So a little bit spoiler for what comes next. If you want to do the math, you'll see what happens after this. But yeah, I'm super happy with how my team formed. Again, I was kind of nervous coming in, not really knowing how fantasy hockey worked or how these guys play. But yeah, I couldn't have asked for a better team. I have some real studs on this team. I'd say Jack Eichel, Pettersson, and Cutter have been kind of, I think, have been pretty solid. And then both goalies kind of are above average, and one of them kind of takes turn being spectacular for the week. So yeah, super happy, and can't wait to see how the rest of the season goes. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. Bye.